No more sweeping, no more mopping, because I've got Larry. Welcome to EFTM. Today, taking a look at the DEEBOT OZMO T8. Now, this is a $1,299 robot vacuum. It is not cheap. On the scale of robot vacuums, though, there are many more expensive and there are many cheaper. But it's all about feature set. You get what you pay for. I've used a lot of robot vacuums and I've used a lot of DEEBOTs from ECOVACS as well. And they are outstanding. They map your home. This little LiDAR sensor up here allows the app that you're using to actually map your home, determine exactly what's happening in your home at any time, where the walls are, and allowing you to set virtual boundaries all around your home, which means that it's not going where you don't want it to go. So all in all, that's one of the powerful features of the DEEBOT OZMO range with the mapping. But one of the things I've always struggled with a robot vacuum, especially someone with 3 younger kids, the place is normally a mess. And so a robot vacuum struggles in a mess. A robot vacuum struggles when there's things on the floor, when the kids leave their socks lying around or their shoes on the floor. That's where the T8 comes in. This has a bit of artificial intelligence, has a bit of extra eyesight, and it can see what's around it and avoid those obstacles. And I tested this out at home. I actually strategically placed a cable on the floor, some shoes, a blanket, and some little ushies, those little squishy things the kids play with. Put them all around the floor, and a Lego bag as well. And it did a pretty good job. It literally avoided the cable, the shoes. It avoided those big objects, but unfortunately it didn't really like the little tiny objects like Lego or the ushies. It pretty much just ran over them. So outstanding in terms of object recognition of socks and blankets and larger obstacles and cords. I thought that was most amazing here. It was recognizing cables that were just slightly hanging out of a cabinet or something like that, because that's where these things get tangled up. So what we've got to now is a routine where those little toys, they get put away as regularly and as quickly as possible. But the big objects, it's not that big a deal. But most importantly, we've set zones in the home. So the kids' playroom is not a zone that Larry goes into. It's just, that's somewhere we clean manually. That's what we do on the weekends every couple of weeks. But every night, every single night, Larry cleans the kitchen floor, the dining room floor. It does that with real simplicity. And the dustbin on inside gets a workout every single day. But where it comes in even more handy in a home like ours where we have hardwood floors is the mopping function. Now, mopping is built into many of the DEEBOT OZMOs. That's one of its key features. It can mop as well as sweep. You just put the mopping attachment on the bottom. But this here, this is the Pro Reservoir. And you get these little mopping sheets like this. And just to prove that I've used them, they're dirty, okay? These are used. They're done with. Those go on the bottom of this Pro Reservoir. The Pro Reservoir goes in the back of the OZMO T8, and this sits so close to the floor, and then it scrubs. It literally moves around, so it's a secondary motion, not just the motion of pulling the mopping across the floor, but this actually physically moves and scrubs the floor. It's a scrubbing mop. That's probably the biggest, apart from the artificial intelligence, which is excellent, that's your biggest update here. This thing will scrub the floors for you. Now look, it's $1,299. That's not cheap, but I genuinely think this is the first usable robot vacuum for families. And again, it's mapping your home so it knows where you need it. You can set areas and zones in your home, and you can set virtual boundaries. It's just this device that you need. It's all controlled through the app. There's also a video application within the ECOVACS app that allows you to look through the camera when it's not vacuuming. So if you're away, you're at work or you're away on holidays, you can actually open up the app and send Larry, whatever you call your robot vacuum, because you can give it a name, that's why I call it Larry. You can send it out on patrol and look through your camera at what's happening inside your home. It's like another level of security for your home. I didn't find that massively useful, but I do have cameras outside my home, so I'm pretty comfortable with security. But cleaning, tick. Mopping, double tick for the scrubbing. Avoiding objects, a pretty good tick, given that those smaller objects are pretty hard for even me to avoid, given I've stepped on one and broken my arm. So, Larry, outstanding. Available at JB Hi-Fi, $1,299, and he's become a member of our family. And maybe you could name yours as well. Also, Google and Amazon enabled, so you can yell at these things and it'll start the clean on voice command. Full details and full review at EFTM.com.